This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the HTC Touch Pro 2 for Verizon. If you feel like you've seen this phone before and you're a fan of our videos, that's because you have seen it before. First we reviewed the unlocked GSM version, then the T-Mobile version, which came out in August, and Sprint version a couple of weeks ago, and now Verizon's. So you can see it looks a lot like the Sprint version. It's got the plastic bevel over here, but this one's black on the Verizon version. And we have the large speakerphone back, and Verizon's unfortunate graphic here. I think this is supposed to be a partial world map, but it looks like there was a little accident at the factory, but that is the way it's supposed to be. You've got your straight talk speakerphone button here. If you put the phone face down when you're in a call and hit that button, it goes into speakerphone mode. There's a mic here and a mic here for good voice reception. Open the phone up, and you can use it flat, or you can use it tilted, just like a mini laptop. It's got a little play here, more than a little bit of play. It seems a little floppier than the previous three versions that we've reviewed. This might be a problem just with our unit, or it could be the way they all are in Verizon. But it's not too annoying unless you're actually tapping on the screen too. If you're taking a break from typing, say, to manipulate something on screen. 3.5mm stereo jack, yay. The usual HTC USB port. Your volume keys are here. Nothing to see there. Nothing here except for the stylus, which fits in very snugly. The battery is under the back. So is the micro SD card slot, and we're going to take a look at this for a minute. Slide that off. The entire back comes off, as it does with all the Touch Pro 2s. So you can see the actual speaker grills here. That's the camera lens. Large battery. And the reset button is here. Not the most convenient, but it's a fairly stable phone, so hopefully you won't be using it very often. And the micro SD card slot is right in there. So you don't have to pull out the battery, but you do have to remove the back cover to get to it. And underneath the battery, we have a SIM card slot, because this is a GSM quad-band world roaming phone with 3G on the 2100 MHz band used in Europe and Asia, not in the US. The phone does not work with AT&T and T-Mobile in the US. That's been locked out. So here in the US, it's Verizon only. So you can see you've got call, send, and end menu keys, a back button, and a Windows Start menu key here, which brings up HTC's customized version of the Programs menu. It's not the usual little boring Windows Mobile kind of affair. You've got large, finger-friendly, attractive icons here, and you can pick which ones show up on this screen to be your defaults. And then if you want to go through the full listing, it's a scrollable list like so, which is pretty easy to control on the resistive touchscreen. Verizon has left the user interface alone. They haven't changed TouchFlow 3D in any way or disabled it as they did with the last Touch Pro device, and that's a good thing because this is attractive and easy to use. Which means you've got your photo speed dial here, where you can create your own contact card first and then put photo caller ID here and flip through your contacts. I'm sure you've seen that before in various TouchFlow 3D phones. You've got messaging with threading support, web browser here, which is Opera 9.5, weather, which downloads over the net, or Verizon's eVideo Rev A connection at the moment. The phone does have Wi-Fi as well. And this is the new enhanced weather, where you get your 5-day forecast at the bottom along with current conditions, and you can scroll through to other cities. You can have quite a few cities there if you like. You got the stocks page. Music, which is an interface to your music on your phone or a micro SD card, and settings, which is a more friendly version of settings. Now if you hit all settings, you'll see the traditional Windows Mobile settings tabs, and it seems to like to cycle through them once before it actually shows them to you. If you use the phone in landscape mode, everything works in landscape mode as well. Tap here and you can get to all the tabs that we had seen before. That works fine. The keyboard is the usual offset keyboard that's really great to use on the Touch Pro 2. Again, Verizon really hasn't changed it in any way. You've got your dedicated number row up here, and large space bar, large enter key, only one shift key over here. And it's definitely one of the best keyboards on the market, and obviously very large. Phone has an 800 by 480 pixel display. It is a resistive display, so it works with the stylus as well. It's got a GPS, and we'll take a look at that now. Comes with VZ Navigator, and guess what? Verizon is not locking the GPS anymore. We downloaded and installed Google Maps, and it worked fine with the GPS. So you're not stuck using VZ Navigator if you don't want to pay for a subscription service. That said, we'll take a quick look at VZ Navigator here. So you can do local search, maps and traffic, navigation, movies and stuff going on in your area, and your list of saved places. Where am I? Should hopefully find us. Generally speaking, maps load very quickly on the device, and it gets a GPS signal even indoors near a window. We didn't have any problems with it lagging in navigation, which is a good thing when we're on the highway. We found it to be reliable overall. You can see it redraws the map reasonably quickly. We've got about 50% signal strength here on EVDO right now. Not quite as quick as the Sprint version though, but Verizon is using a different GPS application than Sprint and the other carriers do. Again, Verizon hasn't taken away any features here, so we have HTC's YouTube player on the phone, which plays back with fairly good quality. Just pick some random video. It's in landscape mode, full screen.
You know what? You freaking just threw an ashtray full of buds at my head. You know what? You stood up for yourself, and I fucking love that. Where's my heart, babe? Where's my heart?
Other features include a 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera. It takes okay pictures. You can play back locally stored video pretty well, up to about 650k bps. There is no Verizon VCast support in this phone. Verizon doesn't generally offer that with smartphones. And it sells for $199 with contract after rebates, making it the least expensive Touch Pro 2 on the US market so far. So that's Verizon's HTC Touch Pro 2, and we're Mobile Tech Review. Visit our website to read the full review.